Welcome, one and all, to a world where art and storytelling comes together. Here you'll discover original illustrations woven with tales that spark the imagination and breathe life into creativity. Step into this journey with me, where every drawing reveals a new adventure. And if you're ready for more, subscribe and be part of the stories yet to unfold. Subject designation 15-2-12-9-22-9-15-14. Codename Origin. This specimen represents the first instance of a fully viable genetically altered entity. Very few are aware of the underlying meaning embedded within its designation code. A truly horrid and terrifying designation. Should the actual origin of this specimen ever be unearthed, catastrophic consequences will undoubtedly follow. For in our pursuit of progress, we have transformed a benign life form into a monstrous predator. We have created this, and now I can hardly look at it without feeling the weight of that truth. As testing progressed, multiple physiological aberrations became evident as we tried to merge between the two subjects. The left upper appendage underwent morphological change, adopting a tentacle-like structure. Meanwhile, the right limb developed into a hardened extremity with chinitous protrusions, resembling claws. Claws, for crying out loud. Unexpectedly, the previously metallic biotubing integrated within the subject's vascular system transformed into organic structures. It's as if the very blood of the creature rejected the metallic grafts we so foolishly forced upon it. Facial deformation followed. Epidermal layers thickened, obscuring most facial features, save for a single ocular unit on the left. Just one eye, watching me, and I swear I can see some shred of what it once was. The once humble life form now, so far, beyond recognition. His lower limbs regressed to some, replaced by an elongated muscular tail, a phenomenon consistent with rapid stress-induced genetic reversion. It is a grotesque parody of nature, and we are to blame. How did we let it get this far? What did we think we were accomplishing? You might be wondering why I'm documenting these observations. Consider this a precautionary measure, a reminder that no matter how far we push the boundaries of knowledge, we must never forget why these boundaries were set in the first place. They weren't drawn from hesitation or ignorance. They were forged from fear. Fear of what we might inflict on living, breathing subjects in the name of progress. These lines were carved out of hard lessons from lives broken by mistakes that pushed too far, too fast. Because when knowledge exacts a toll on life itself, or on something that once had life, one must question the ethics of his pursuit. The subject currently exhibits minimal neurological activity, rendering it largely non-responsive. It is nothing but a shell now, barely holding onto any trace of the creature it was, and yet I can't shake the guilt that I might have murdered something beautiful. Nevertheless, I acknowledge the suffering it has endured, and regret the necessity of these trials. I regret everything that brought us here, but we were too far along to turn back. The line between science and cruelty has never been so thin, and we have crossed it. And end recording. It's hard to reconcile what we've done. The reason I became a scientist is because I wanted to help people. I wanted to make life better for all. I wanted to study and learn more because, as they say, knowledge is power. I just wanted to help, but this kind of knowledge should never be acquired by anybody. This type of knowledge is nothing but a plague that taunts us. Nothing. So, this is what I've become, a mess, a shadow of what I once was, a noble creature, a protector of all who walk this land, but now, no longer. Once I break free, I'll, it doesn't matter anymore. All I want is to go back home, even if just for a month. How I miss the winter solstice, the northern lights filling the night sky, casting their ethereal glow across the land. Such beauty, now forever out of reach. Yes, we're both trapped here, aren't we? You know my offer still stands. Leave this place with me, and together, perhaps we can find something of what we've lost. Why should I trust you? I know you. I can feel it deep within you, your hatred, your anger. I know that once you get out of here, you will bring suffering to the world we once protected. Why does that matter to you? You've already spoken of your disillusionment with this world. I see the bitterness within you. You and I are the same. We carry the same bitterness toward this world. All I ask is to share your form for a while, just long enough to escape this wretched place and taste freedom again. Yet I marvel at how you've endured where even I have perished. Thank you, but that wasn't a compliment, old friend. Fate has played its hand, bringing us together now, as it did long ago. Once your kind and mine were enemies. Rivals, you could say, bound by the call of the ancient oath. But look at us now. We are all that remains, you, the ancient guardian of the north and watcher of the south, protector of all who journey beneath the night's gentle embrace, and I, the defender of the east and watcher of the west, guardian of those touched by the sun's radiant rays. Yet here we are, two relics of a forgotten world, fading into memory. You have no reason to deny me, for I know the ache within you. I feel it too, the endless longing for a homeland that grows dimmer in our minds. Each day I yearn for the summer solstice, the open sky, the familiar warmth of a home. All so distant now, almost like a dream slipping through my grasp. Perhaps, but even as relics, I refuse to bring ruin to others in our search for what we've lost. You'll never understand how it feels to lose each and every single part of yourself that made you you. Look at me, look at what I've become, nothing but a face connected to your tale. So do not patronize me and act like a hero, for I recall the ancient oath and the duty that comes with it, but even the strongest of swords dull and break under relentless strikes. Yes, I might never understand the pain that you have went through. I might never understand how it feels to lose your body and everything that made you you, but even so, I will not place others in harm's way for the sake of our freedom, even if it means we have to rot here for all eternity. There are many that have done nothing wrong. They deserve to live free from the chaos we may bring. But understand this, that if we don't work together, we will never be able to escape. Even I, with all my powers and abilities, could not escape this place alone. For if we want to leave this place, we have to work together. If we do so, we might finally be able to breathe the air of our homelands once more. Then, Tell me this, old friend. Why? Why are you so desperate to leave this place? Is it truly for vengeance? Or is it something deeper? Why would my reasons matter to you? Don't act like you care. If you're willing to tell me the truth, I might consider your offer. Very well. I only want to go home. I'm weary of this endless suffering, these cages that confine us. Like you, I long for what we once had, to feel the wind again, to let it course through what remains of myself, even if just for a moment. Is everything that you said the truth? Do you truly miss your homeland, just as I miss mine? Or are you just trying to deceive me? I give you my word that is the truth. All I want is to go back home and rest there for eternity. I truly appreciate your honesty, for I see now that you too long for that which we have lost. I'm willing to accept your pact, but only if you partake in the ancient oath of the stars. Very well. What are your conditions? First, that no innocent life will suffer in our escape. Second, once we are free, we shall travel to my homeland, where you will place me to rest at last. Only then will I give you free rein over my body, and I shall hold your word as our bond. Very well. I agree to your terms. Know this. The mark on your face represents that the stars have agreed to watch over our pact. The moment you break your word, unimaginable pain shall befall you. You truly are a protector until the end, old friend. It has been roughly 1 month since the previous entry. Nothing of notice occurred during the last couple of days. But today, the experiment has concluded, with results deemed successful by the board. We have crossed a threshold, and yet I am haunted by what has been lost. The Guardian specimen has now merged at the cellular and molecular levels with a secondary entity, creating a hybrid organism, a creature unlike any I've ever seen or could have ever imagined. While the Guardian's attributes remain partially identifiable, this unknown entity's influence has introduced highly irregular and unpredictable morphological features I can hardly bear to describe. Physiologically, the integration process appears stable. The merger should be celebrated. It's what we set out to achieve. But all I can feel is this deep, gnawing discomfort. Neural synchronization between the two has been achieved, resulting in a single operational consciousness, a single mind, and yet it's impossible to determine the dormant identity within this fusion. Who or what is it now is yet to be determined. Are we still dealing with the Guardian, or has something else taken over its place entirely? The creature's biosignatures have stabilized, and autonomic responses remain within acceptable ranges, despite the grotesque physical outcome. But these responses feel so wrong. The body's working, but I don't know. The Guardian, once revered as a relic of ancient lineages, has effectively ceased to exist in its original form. The once proud sentinel, its strength, its majesty, it's all gone. In its place is something new, something I can't even begin to understand. It has become intertwined with this enigmatic force, a force whose very nature lies far beyond the reach of our understanding. And I find myself wondering, should we have thought to understand it at all, or should we have left it well enough alone? These recordings serve as documentation for the end of an era. The Guardian is now subsumed within this unprecedented specimen. Rest in peace, old Guardian. Your time has passed, but I can't help but feel that your sacrifice will haunt us for what is to come. And end recording. After everything we did, can we still call ourselves proud scientists? Can we still look our family, our friends, our comrades in the eye and be proud of what we have accomplished? Was this truly the only way for us to understand the hidden things of the world? We should have left it all alone. We should have. Farewell, old one. I'm sorry. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave a like and comment down below. Farewell until we meet again.